There is a press conference that Aloy Ejimako held in regard of the detention of Nnamdi Kanu. But before we play that video of that World Press Conference, I want to ask Biafrans a question. And I want to take you back to history. Since the time of Ojukwu, from Ojukwu to Wazurike, at least the major players, from Wazurike, and Nnamdi Kanu, from there to Simon Ekpa, and to this present one that we are now. I want to ask a question. Those people that betrayed Ojukwu, what was their benefit till now? How are they living? Are they enjoying Nigeria because they betrayed their own people? As they betray their own brothers, they betray their own people. Are they enjoying Nigeria now? That is one of the number one question I want to ask. Then some people that were able to do what they did, and Wazurike dropped the agitation and followed his own way of stuff. What did they benefit in Nigeria? Are they enjoying the system now? I'm just asking a question out of curiosity. Then those of you that betrayed Nnamdi Kanu, that sold him and made him to be where he is today, what have you benefited since he had been in detention? Is a question I'm asking all Biafrans. What have you benefited? There is a parable, right, in Igbo language that said, but when you become your own brother's enemy, what is your benefit? Since Nnamdi Kanu have been in detention till now, what have you benefited? How much have they paid you? How many oil do you have? Do you have a good road to your father's house, to your village? Can you even travel to your community? Can your parents go to farm? Can your siblings still go to the farm in the village? What has it benefited you? I'm asking a question. It's just a question. Now, to some of you that are jubilating, hand don't touch Simon Ekpa, hand don't touch him, hand don't touch him. In the thing say to know something, in the thing say to why, in they do this one, in they do this one, and you are jubilating because they arrested your own brother. What have you benefited? You claim to be a Biafran. You celebrate when they arrest someone that is making a wave. You celebrate. What is your gain? You said it's not doing it well. Then bring out your own system and how you want it to be achieved. Right? What is your benefit now that you are celebrating, right? That Simon Ekpa have been arrested. Oh, kudos to you. He have been arrested. Now, what is your benefit? Are you buying gari? Are you buying beans? Are you buying rice? Are you paying transportation? Then if you are doing all this, is it cheaper for you? Is there a road to your house? Is Nigerian government fair to you? Is the school fees you are paying for your children, is it cheap? What has this government benefited you since you were born till today? Some of you are 40 years, some of you are 30, some of you are 70, some of you are 80. What has Nigeria benefited you? Give me one that this country has given to you that you benefited, that you are clapping and celebrating because somebody is asking for self-rule, is asking for referendum, and you are jubilating. What has it benefited you? What has it benefited you? I'm just asking a question. What is your benefit now that Simon Ekpa has been detained as well? Nnamdi Kanu detained, Simon Ekpa detained, right? Are you aware that a lot of things are going on right now? Are you aware that Fulani herdsmen have taken over Igbo land? Are you aware that some people that are even trying to do vigilantes in Igbo land, right? Trying to secure the community. Are you aware that your own brothers are even setting them up? The question remains the same. What is your benefit? What is your gain? Anyway, as you are answering that question, I want to play this World Live conference that Aloy Ejimako held, regarding Nnamdi Kanu's detention, and he highlighted point upon point. I want you to pay attention and watch the video to the very end.
When you fast forward to October 2022, when the Court of Appeal discharged Nnamdi Kanu, there was also a judgment issuing from the Federal High Court sitting in Umuahia, which had declared his rendition from Kenya as unconstitutional. It didn't stop there. It went as far as declaring his continued detention in Abuja as unconstitutional. What will you do or expect a responsible government to do when the detention of her citizen is declared unconstitutional? You open the gates of the detention center and allow the citizen the free pass to go home. That's what Nnamdi Kanu deserves to have been done with him since October 2022 when that judgment came. But the federal government never did. That's part of the reason why we are saying his detention has turned extrajudicial and is no longer backed by any coroner. 6. Regarding the December 2023 judgment of the Supreme Court, which people are touting as having sent Nnamdi Kanu's case back to the High Court for trial, it doesn't end there. If it ends there, then it's a mischievous conclusion. The court went further. It said Nnamdi Kanu needs to go back to the High Court for trial, but it also said the High Court should not have revoked his bail. It also said that by revoking his bail, the impartiality of the High Court judge had become suspect. Ladies and gentlemen, you may not be lawyers, but when the apex court of the land tells a High Court you should not have done this, what remains is for the High Court to do that which, or undo that wrong which he had done. And Section 287 of Nigerian Constitution backs this up, because under that section, all subordinate courts in the country, or all courts in the country, are subordinate to the decisions of the Supreme Court. It never happened. 7. Now, talking about the much vaunted trial of Nnamdi Kanu, we raised objections to this trial too, based on the conditions of his detention, which were very stringent and highly prejudicial to his right to fair trial. This application was summarily denied and an accelerated trial was ordered in its place. We raised a second objection based on certain constitutional infirmities and statutory issues we noticed in the charges facing against Nnamdi Kanu. This too was summarily denied. So if you were Nnamdi Kanu, what will you do under the circumstances? To succumb to a trial you knew in your heart to be going towards the trajectory of an unfair trial, or to seek alternatives to that? 8. Having considered those factors which we enunciated, Nnamdi Kanu felt that the only fair way out of this logjam is to seek that his case be handled by another judge. Hence, the recusal, the famous recusal that is still roiling the system. And in concluding this press statement, ladies and gentlemen of the media, we must go on record to say this. As lawyers, our duty is to ensure that Nnamdi Kanu's case is conducted or handled in accordance with all the laws pertinent to it, particularly the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, which is the ground norm. In our view, this has not been the case, and the evidence is legion, as all who have dispassionately followed the trajectories of this case would agree. On this score, ladies and gentlemen, we make bold to state that this case has turned from the legal and the judicial to the political. This is perhaps the reason why there is a broad spectrum of persons and organizations calling for a resolution of this case outside of the judicial part, also known as political solution by baptism. These calls range from the international to the domestic, including members of the Senate, House of Representatives, the clergy, CSOs, eminent lawyers, and many others too numerous to mention. Be that as it may, and judging from 2015 when this case began, 9 years ago.
All right, please, you have heard, so don't keep this to yourself. Like the question I asked before you watch the video right now, it's important that you share the video to reach everyone around you, share to your brother, share to our platform, and make sure you subscribe to this channel, because I'm going to be bringing more updates. Then drop your thoughts right there in the comment section. Bye for now. See you next time.